At ease, brothers. Sometimes, men, we'll find ourselves in situations where, it's just time to level up. It's not always about trying to get it out the mud. It's not always about coming from the bottom or going through hard times. Sometimes times will be good. And like I said, it'll just be time to level up. You'll be going down every alley. You'll be watching every single YouTube video, looking in every single book, catching up with every single mentor, putting yourself in every single circle, trying to hang out in every higher vibrational spot. And you just won't be able to find the answer you need to level up. You'll be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, man, just looking up under every rock, looking for that solution to get to the next level. All of us do it, right? But I'm going to tell you, man, after you do all your research, after you do all your running around, I can tell you this. Your answer will be in your stillness. Now, for some of us, that may be sitting in a low lit or dark room for a matter of moments or for a matter of hours throughout the week, right? Sometimes it's good to just get in your car and take a block, or walk outside and take a block or a walk around the block. Take a cruise around the loop in your city. Get on the closest interstate and just drive until that idea hits you. But I'm telling you, man, once you get in that stillness, that answer will come to you. It's guaranteed it will come to you, right? Now, the thing is, when that answer comes to you, brothers, it could have been something that was right up under your nose the whole time. It could have been something that was in your journal that you wrote down 6 months ago, a year and a half ago, a plan of action that you were supposed to take, but you just never implemented in your life. It could be something as simple as that. It could be something that you're already currently doing that you just need to tweak a little bit. Like, I've been walking this straight line, but if I just change my trajectory by 1 or 2 degrees and do things just slightly different, I see how I can get to the next level, right? Or it could be something that you had no clue about. It could have been something that was, again, right up under your nose, but you didn't even know it was there. Something so foreign to what you've been doing. It could be something like that, man. But you have to understand, with that solution to get you to the next level, there's going to be a problem that comes with that, brothers. Like, you're going to have the new roadmap to get to the next level, but there will be a problem associated with that. And that problem is, to get there, you have to become another person. You have to become another person. You have to be a completely different man. I'm going to say it again, brothers. You've been trying to get to the next level. You've been trying to figure out how to do it. All of a sudden, you sit in this stillness, this idea finally comes to you. You can see it clearly. The path has been laid out. There's a problem right there. For you to get to that next level, you have to become a different man. That's the challenge of all challenges right there, brothers. And when I say that, meaning you have to wake up every single morning and have different thoughts. You have to have different plans of action for the day. You have to watch different things on the tube now. You have to eliminate a lot of people, places, and things. I know I've said it a million times, brother, but that's one of the barriers of getting to the next level. I can't say it enough. If I got to wake up and say it every single day for all of us to understand, that's going to be one of our primary barriers. That's the primary barrier, brother. You have to crucify the old self, literally. And it may be just a matter of, it may be as serious as you. Some people have to write down the next day, this is what I'm going to do every day. My next day, I have to do this, X, Y, and Z. Because this is the formula for the person I'm going to be. Some people just can just battle it for a few days and then eventually move in it. Some people never move in it. And they don't understand why, how did I have the idea? How did I see the vision so clearly? And why is it 1 year deep, 2 years deep, 5 years deep? I'm still in the same situation. Because you try to take version 1.0 and go to 2.0 land. You can't do it, brothers. It'll never happen. I've tried it. You have to become a completely different man. Meaning the next time your friends and family see you, some of them might think you acting a little funny. They might say, oh, well, why is he talking like that now? Why is he not doing X, Y, Z? Why is he not burning one with us? Why is he not drinking one with us? Why is he talking about going to seminars and motivational? Why is he doing this now? Why is he dressed different? Why is he keeping his car cleaner than he normally does? Why is his apartment cleaner why is he so different? Somebody should feel offended. You should go to work, man, and your boss be like, well, why is he walking taller? Why is he talking to me now like I should respect him more? Why is he looking me dead in my eyes when he's talking to me? Why is his clothes so clean? Why is he 5 minutes early? Why is he the last one to leave? What's different about him? You have to become a different man. You know what I'm saying? Your kids need to be like, why is dad getting up early in the morning? He's never worked out at 4:30 in the morning. Why do I see him in there reading those books now? Why do I see him throwing the liquor bottles away? Why don't his friends that used to come over here and talk loud in the living room, where are they at? Somebody should see you're a different man. And I'm telling you, it's different to understand what it takes, but it's a whole nother something else to implement it and become that, brothers. So the problem is not finding the solution. The problem is the problems that come once you see the solution. The first problem is you becoming somebody else that can fit in that new world, brothers. I'm gonna tell you, if I say that 1,000,000 times, it ain't enough. It ain't enough. The second problem is, brothers, is you have to act on it. You have to act on the recipe to cook up this new solution. You have to act on it. I might have said this in the last video, man. You'll have people that have the perfect master plan. You'll have some people that have closets full of journals. I know people like this. Closets full of journals, all kind of notes on spreadsheets and Microsoft Note and all this stuff and Word documents and all kind of scrapbooks full of all the perfect play, the perfect Hail Mary to success. But all it is, man, is just words on paper. If you ain't going to put boots on the ground, if you ain't going to put no energy behind it, man, if you ain't going to put the work in, if you ain't going to put no action behind it, you've wasted your time. When we get these solutions from sitting in the silence, brothers, we have to act on it. We have to act on it. We have to put ourselves in situations where we're uncomfortable. Like I say, if you're used to getting up when the sun comes through the blinds and waking you up, but now you're trying to get 50 pounds off of you. You got to act on it, man. Not only do you have to be somebody different, now you got to change the way you move throughout the day. Now you got to be the brother that's getting up before the sun comes up or before you go to bed, putting the work in. Putting the work in. You want to go from being a worker at your company to owning your own business, being a solopreneur. You have to put the work in. Yeah, you got to put those same 8, 10, 12 hours in every day at work. But once you get off work, your second job starts. Or let me rephrase that. Your first job. The job for yourself is always your first job. Now you have to go to work. It's not easy, bro. I'm gonna say this. It's easy for a man to come up with a solution. If he understands the silence and stillness and he can explore the deepest reservoirs of his mind, he can find a solution. But only a percentage of those men will act on it. Only percent, because it's not easy, man. It's not easy, especially once you get older. It's not easy to live, 25, 35, 45, 65 years, and you've been doing the same thing for decades and decades. And all of a sudden you see a 2.0 version to move in. It's pretty difficult to say, you know what, let me blow the dust off of these parts of myself that I haven't utilized in forever, and let me start moving different. That's not the easiest of tasks, man. Because a lot of times there's a pride issue in that. A lot of times to move different, you got to find out that you're going to be the new guy on the block for a minute. Like, yeah, I'm a veteran in this area of my life. I have this particular knowledge and I've honed in on it. I've mastered it over the last 30 years. But now I want to do something different to better myself. Now I have to start incorporating technology. Now I got to understand all this AI. Now I got to put myself behind a camera. Now I got to start a podcast. Now I got to learn the art of selling and marketing. Like, I'm a vet over here, but now I'm the new guy on the block over here. And a lot of people have too much pride to go to that 2.0. A lot of people have too much pride. But whatever it takes, man, I'm telling you, to get to that next level, you have to act on it. Even if it means you're going to look plumb crazy for a season or two. You have to put boots on the ground, bro. All that talking, all that praying, all that meditating, all that whatever. If you aren't moving, you're wasting everybody's time. You're wasting everybody's time, mainly your own. Because if you're going to think of ideas and not implement them and not put the work in behind it, you might as well be watching full seasons of football. You might as well be catching up on every single series on Netflix. You might as well enjoy yourself. Don't half-ass it and put half the work in. It's like whatever you're gonna do, just go all the way in. If you're gonna be a couch potato, if you're gonna be a brother that's at the bar 5 days a week, then do that full steam. Be the best version of that you can be. If you're gonna be on the gram, if you're gonna be at the club chasing women, then master that art. Master that art if you're gonna do that. But if you're gonna constantly live a life that consists of you leveling up, you doing things that generations behind you never even thought about doing, brother, you have to follow a certain recipe. You have to walk by a certain order, man. You have to put boots on the ground. You have to put actions behind all these thoughts and ideas. You have to act on it. And the thing is, man, once you become a man that moves like this, it's going to be very hard. It's going to be challenging for you to keep putting yourself around people that don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to get to a point where you're not going to understand why everybody doesn't have this idea and just implement it. Success is really simple. It's really simple, but it's not easy. It takes you going to deeper parts of yourself, man, understanding yourself and really understanding what you have to do, removing those distractions and doing what you have to do. It's simple, but it's not easy. And I'm going to tell you, once you get that momentum going, once you start seeing the writing on the wall, once you start understanding, hey, I understand how I have to move now to have the success that I want to have. But it's going to be very hard for you to understand. Let me use that word. Understand people that aren't plugging into that same socket. It's going to be very hard. And I always use the scenario, just like when you see people that are let's just say homeless, living under a bridge. And I'm not saying just had a hard time and fell off and oh man, I got to get myself back on. I'm talking about people that are homeless and have been there for years. And you can look at people and say, you know what? It's just a matter of you just giving a little energy, man. Like I just passed 3 or 4 fast food restaurants, 3 or 4 gas stations that had help wanted outside. Like, brother, you could just go in there, man, put you a few hours in a day and have clothes and shelter and like all you have to do is implement it. It's the same practice in theory on every level. To get to whatever level, it's just a matter of you taking the concept and implementing it. It may be harder than what you're used to, but you just have to implement it, brother. You have to put action into it. I'm going to tell you, man, life is a beautiful thing, brothers. It's a beautiful thing, man. Like every single day I wake up, I start to understand how much more, how beautiful the game of life is. The game of life is beautiful. And I'm talking about challenges. I'm talking about blessings. I'm talking about good times. And I'm talking about bad times. It's all to the good. It's all part of my creation, and it's all a part of getting me to the next level. Every time I hit a little bump in the road now, I'm like, you know what? What can I learn from this struggle? And if I keep having the exact same thing over and over, I'll say, you know what? There's something I'm not extracting from this. Like there's a solution hidden in this. All I have to do is look at the writing on the wall, find this solution, and move in that order. It's a beautiful thing, brothers. And I'm going to say this, man. The third problem that comes with a solution is you have to have the ability. You have to have, I'm going to say the word faith, to stand on the unseen. You have to, in other words, what I'm saying is this. Let me say it, you have to be able to see that solution, see the path to get there, become that version of yourself, kill the old version, put action into moving in that order. But the third thing, like I said, you have to have the ability to stand on what you've yet to really see. You have to, in other words, you have to have the ability to move in a manner as if it's already been accomplished. You have to move in the order of that new world, of that new weight, of that new financial situation. You have to already move in that order. That's what I call walking on water. That's when you're walking on water. I believe I said that in a singular truth. When you can stand on something that the rest of the world can't see. Like they see you moving in a certain energy. They see you talking a certain way. They see you being a certain way. They see your demeanor changing. They see your aura changing colors. But they don't understand why. They say, why is that brother or sister acting like he's already accomplished it? Why is he talking from a place on the other side of the bridge? Like, why is he doing that? What they don't understand is that's the only way to get there. The only way to get to that version is to be that. Yesterday morning, man, in our Power Circle meeting, I was talking about this briefly, man. And I was using one of our brothers in the Power Circle, man, a brother named James Pennant, right? Oh, James been going to the gym for a while, man. He's been trying to get in shape. But I told James on the call, I said, man, I said, I can tell, brother, you working out from the other side now. I said, I see you doing the squats I see him on the ground. I see him doing the squats. He doing the bench press. I said, the way you're working out now, you're working out as if you already have that six pack and gunned up and jaw lined up. I said, your workout is different. He's coming from a different place. And that's what I'm saying. You have to move in an order. You have to stand on something that the rest of the world can't see, which means you have to be tunnel vision, which means you have to have those blinders on, which means you have to be in your own world, which means you have to put that bubble around yourself. Once you get in that zone, man, what the rest of the world does, what the rest of the world says, how the rest of the world thinks, how the rest of the world moves, and especially how the rest of the world views you, it's irrelevant, brothers. It's irrelevant. It matters not even the least bit. I'm talking about once you plugged in. I'm talking about once you're transcending to the other side. Nothing else matters, man. So again, brothers, the challenge is not really finding the solution. Because anytime you want to find a solution, man, like I say, you do the research, read the books, man, find you a mentor, get yourself in a power circle, read certain books, YouTube, do all that research. But once all that has been exhausted, once you gathered all this data, but then just sit back in stillness, man. Drive around the block for a few minutes. Go on a hike, brother, in silence, no headphones. That solution will come. That solution will come. But that's not the issue, man. It's the problems that come with that solution. It's the problems that you will face to get to the other side. It's the problems that you'll see that you'll encounter to bring that thing to be.